Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK Journey video. So we're going to be talking about Velara and should you be recruiting for her now if you haven't done so already. In my overall opinion, I'm going to get right to it, is that I believe Velara is a must-pull hero of this season and probably the strongest hero we've received this season so far. And let's go through exactly why that is the case. So first of all, her Dream Realm performance. This is a major, basically, game mode that you want to prioritize when you're making your hero investments because it can allow you to rank higher and earn more really daily rewards. So if we take a look at my formations, like my top teams for all of the different Dream Realm bosses, I've saved them right here. She's used in 4 out of the top boss teams. Now, Nocturne Judicator, she is going to be a part of, we know this from the VN server who had her available during their Nocturne Judicator fight. And she was the best option by a large margin. We didn't have it, but as soon as we get it, which will be tomorrow, I believe, you're going to see Velara in all of the top teams. There's no question about that. And apart from that, she was in Elucia for epic difficulty, but when we moved on to Hell, she was having survival problems, and so in the top team that we did from this previous week, she was not in the top team. However, when we don't have survival issues, which probably this week in Hell mode we won't, she will most likely be the top option again, because she was really good in epic difficulty. Apart from that, she is the best in Crystal Beetle, she is the best in Thalassa, she is the best in Plague Creeper. The only places where she is not the best and actually not useful, Cray Shellbrute, Sigmund, and then finally Necro Draken, also a boss where she just cannot work because she just gets denied her energy recovery as a stationary hero. So 5 out of the 8 Dream Realm boss teams are using Velara in the top teams. The only one we don't know for sure yet is Elucia because this week it wasn't, but I think based on the testing in Epic when there wasn't survival problems, Velara was the best option, so probably I'm expecting this week she will probably be the best, but definitely 4 out of the 8 she's the top, probably 5 out of 8, and now you're wondering when she moves into endless difficulty, is she still going to be good? This is what people are the most worried about, especially if they haven't recruited yet. And that is definitely going to be an important topic because Endless changes a lot of things. Sometimes even the top damage dealer will change from Chimera into Fresto or some other HP per second damage dealer. However, if you guys remember back to the previous season, Chimera was still in, I can't remember, but was it like 5 or 4 to 5 of the top Dream Realm teams? It was around Chimera. And if there's any team using Chimera, Velara is basically going to be the best partner to Chimera because Velara will provide more stats to the Chimera and also she will provide the defense shredding from her ability onto the boss and also the damage boost from her Supreme Plus skill. So that is the thing, and also even when you talk about HP per second damage dealer comps like Fresto, Ludovic, what do they scale off of? They scale off of attack. Who can give them the highest amount of attack in the game? Well, it is Shakira with Mythic Plus Charms, but before getting Mythic Plus Charms on Shakira, Velara gives the most attack power to your team of any hero in the game. So that is why Velara is probably going to be the best supporter, even in endless difficulty. I'm very confident about it, honestly speaking. I feel like probably in these bosses she is. But of course, in the other 3 bosses, she will not be seeing any use at all. Already she isn't, and in endless, there's no doubt she will not be there either, most likely. So that is the thing, basically, all to keep in mind. But definitely her performance being in 5 of the top Dream Realm teams, and I think will probably carry over to Endless, that makes her a must-have hero. Like, even Faramore is considered a must-have hero, and he was used, I think, in 2 or 3 of the top Endless Dream Realm bosses. Chimera is the most must-have of any hero in the game since release, but we're not going to get many heroes like Chimera. So Velara is basically the second best to Chimera in terms of like the meta usage for Dream Realm. As a hero who has been recently released in Radar Recruitment. That's why I say she is the most important hero of this season we've had so far. Now, the difficult thing is, almost everyone recruited for Damon because he's a fan favorite. He's really good for AFK stages and PvP, and he was seeing a bit of Dream Realm usage. However, Velara is far more meta in Dream Realm, and for AFK stages, Velara is far more meta. If you take a look at the AFK stage formations, in probably anywhere, you're going to see Velara multiple times in multiple stages, even at lower level of investment because she is so powerful for AFK stages where you can have a full 90-second match and she can debuff the enemies by more than any hero, and she can buff up your team and steal those stats more than any hero. So Damon is still a good hero, but like the thing is, because we just had him and Velara kind of outshined him right after coming, like pretty much right after in the banner, and people are low on resources because they've already recruited for Damon, that is why it's really struggling. Basically, some people are still on the fence about recruiting for her, but she is the most impactful hero of this season so far. And if I had to predict, we know Zany, we now know Theodore's kit. I really doubt Theodore is going to have usage in Dream Realm. From what has been revealed of his kit, I don't see how it will be possible. Zany, she has turrets, we've seen that, but again, I find it very unlikely she's going to be used as like a damage dealer, better than any other endless like Shamira or something in Dream Realm. So I think Zany and Theodore probably are not going to have Dream Realm usage. Apart from that, we don't know what other heroes we're going to be getting. There could be another Dream Realm hero looming around later on in this season. But if I had to even predict the schedule, I would think Theodore would come, then maybe Zany after that. So we would have a lot of time basically to save up for the next hero anyway. And by that time, we're going to have swap tickets available as well. So that's basically all the important things. I think basically what I'm saying right now is that even if you have like, 60,000 diamonds, I would still go all in for Velara and get her to Supreme. She doesn't need to be Supreme Plus immediately. It's beneficial to have her Supreme Plus, but she's even working at Supreme, basically Mythic Plus, which is 6 copies total, and then getting her to +5, +10 exclusive equipment. But of course, Velara is a hero that is stat hungry. The higher stats you can give her, the better she's going to do for your team by stealing more stats from the enemy and providing more of that to your own team. And that is why even whales are Paragon upgrading her, and I've even like gone down that road and I've taken her to Paragon 2. I probably won't go that beyond that. I think that's kind of crazy. But Paragon 2, I don't know. I thought it was like kind of an efficient stopping point just for some additional stats. But basically, she doesn't need Paragon. She's a purely PvE hero. She is still bad in PvP. We've seen her being used in Supreme Arena, and in regular Arena. She's not working. So even for the Paragon 4 players, I doubt that's going to change. She's purely a PvE hero, but she is very meta-defining for PvE, AFK stages, and Dream Realm. A top-tier hero, top-tier support, basically. And so that's why she's a must-have. And I say get her to Supreme. Ideally, increase her exclusive equipment as much as you can. +10 is a good stopping point. +20, if you can afford the resources, is even better because more stats. And Supreme Plus eventually is where you want to take her. But if you can only get her Supreme on this banner and then you wishlist her for the other copies, that's fine as well. She will work even at Supreme. She's working for people. But yeah, I would go all into Supreme Plus if you have the resources to do so. And I wouldn't hold back because I think you're going to regret it if you do not recruit for Velara, because she's already basically changed the face of Dream Realm, and she's in a lot of meta teams, top teams. So Velara is a must-have hero. That's basically the bottom line of it, and kind of what I said at the beginning of this video as well. But anyway, guys, I hope this is helpful. Let me know your thoughts about Velara in the comment section down below. Have you recruited for her? Are you still planning to recruit for her? What are your opinions? I think it's pretty safe, even if you need to go all in for her. She's worth it. She's basically deserving of that. You can wait a bit longer. There's no harm in waiting. But at the same time, I think we have the knowledge we need at this point. However, we can get a bit of endless testing in from the VN server. If you wait these 14 days, I'm sure within 10 days, most bosses will reach endless difficulty on VN server, and we can see Velara there in endless. So that is one thing you can wait out for if you want to be very cautious, and I think that would be a totally fine strategy as well. But in the same way, I think if we're probably gonna need to have her, so might as well just recruit her now. And I can safely say with confidence, I can recommend recruiting her. I couldn't have said that like a week ago when her radar banner came out. That's why I said I was basically urging people to wait and see for a bit longer, but now it is fairly clear she is a meta hero. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Let me know what you thought about this video. If you're not already subscribed to our YouTube channel, please smash that subscribe button. Also, feel free to join my AFK Journey Discord server. There's a link to that in the description of this video. And finally, if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight store. There's a link to that in the description of this video and a pinned comment. This is the best way you can support me at no extra cost to you. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video. And until then, everyone, peace out for now.